Oh my gosh,
Fundamentals.
we would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now, we would beat the tar out of the other team. I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to be.
Pub more. I mean,
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
Man, I'm gonna get real theological on y'all. I think we're all a little soft and misunderstood. I'll just be real honest.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.
Episode 131. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Man, this is with the spirit of sports and pubs and Christmas. When they all three just get together and they just form a bond. That's what this podcast is this week, baby. This is gonna be awesome. With me, as always, Tim, the Dr. Fana with a sharp looking haircut. The flow's gone. A little sad. We mentioned it last week, but still just right here, a little teardrop.
pour one out.
Pour one out for you. Speaking of RIP Devin, he's still MIA, but we love him. He'll be back. Candlelight Visual, 7 o'clock.
He's been posting like wedding photos like every day.
Nope.
Doesn't count.
It's a robot. It's a ghost. I don't know. That's Courtney. I don't know. Who knows?
R.I.P.
RIP. And then, as always, the chili eating maniac over there, Fitz, the preacher man Simmons.
Man, you come home for the holidays and your parents just make cornbread and white chili. Oh, just hits right. Sorry, I'm eating on the podcast, but
Chef's kiss. Hey, that's okay. All good vibes here. We don't care. And it's a pub anyways, right? You grab a beer, you
It's
talk,
true.
you have some wings at the pub. That's what it's all about, man. So we got a phenomenal episode for you. This week's fact doesn't really do anything with Christmas or the sports we're going to talk about, but I thought it was pretty damn interesting. Tiger Woods. Anybody have a clue how old he was when he got his first hole in one?
oh, he was like 17. Was it 17?
17? No, not quite.
14.
Oh, I guess that'd be on like on the tour. I don't know,
14.
like official. Yeah, I don't know.
He was 8 years old when he got his first hole in one, dude.
Dang.
Like, obviously, take away the extracurricular Tiger Woods of his personal life and stuff. And we're just talking like his career here, man. At 8 years old, you bust onto the scene and you get a hole in one. And obviously your dad kind of grooms you into the sport. And, at 17, you join the tour and you just keep on just building this legacy and green jackets, championships, majors, all that good stuff he brings home. And like, he's one of the few children we see bust on the scene that stick around and make a huge impact, which is really, really impressive to me. So in your all's opinion, this can be sports, this can be pop culture, whatever you guys want to take it. What's a child that's came on the scene, but stuck around for the good part of it, right? No Lindsay Lohan, right? No Amanda Bynes kind of puff out, right? And Sebastian Telfair, if we're talking NBA and that type of stuff. But for you guys, just someone that came on the scene at a very young age and has continued just to be successful, much like Tiger Woods here.
Well, that's a tough one because all the failures come to mind. Like, oh god.
Yeah, right? I feel like it's like 20-1.
Man. I'm blank.
What was the question? I missed this. Hold on.
So like athletes that came or famous figures who have came popular at a very young age. We're talking like 10 and below, maybe now we'll go 13 and below. And that really have like, man, they did exactly what they're supposed to.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Charlie Woods right now.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Like, because that's very uncommon that we see, like even an athlete's kid kind of in the spotlight, or Bronny James. But obviously, like, they're unproven. Like they're just kind of in the spotlight now. But I'm trying to think who made it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this counts. Would like Steph Curry count? I mean, like he was around the NBA basically growing up, he was in an NBA locker room with his dad. And then he kind of, but I mean, he didn't blow up until Davidson, I think. I don't know what his high school career was like, but
No, he got slept on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he pretty much met expectations at this point. So
That's a good
that
one.
would be my vote, I guess, if that counts. He
Yeah,
wasn't.
because I guess like you see him running around like pregame and stuff, and like, man, he's around all that NBA talent. Like he's gonna be good. Like kind of like a young Kobe. Like he practices with the 76ers because of his dad and like has these connections. Like, man, this guy could be something good. And it, turns out. So yeah, I like that pick, Tim. I don't think there's a lot of hype around him, but there is still he's around NBA talent. He's got someone that's got to rub off on him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking most of the NBA players, like who made it out of high school, like LeBron would be one, Kobe.
Yeah, Garnett.
I wonder about Derek Jeter. I didn't know how young he was when he was in the spotlight,
Right.
but I know like as soon as he came on the scene, he was the guy. So I don't know. I don't know about before they were like actually, yeah. I don't know.
That's
like no, there's not like a baby Jeter out there.
Yeah.
There's no
youth
like
league, just bam.
like they don't have those tapes. It's very rare.
Who is I guess this is to be seen. Maybe what is it? Is it Archie Manning?
Yeah.
The young Manning coming through. I mean, I don't know. He's getting a whole lot of hype here recently. I don't know.
And that's one to kind of keep an eye on. Like, is he
Yeah.
going to be of substance? Is he going to be really good?
Yeah, because I've always kind of heard like there's always been this saying of like, oh yeah, well one of the Mannings have a son, and like like he's gonna be really good at football, or just something vague like that. And I'm always like, does he even like football? But now we're actually seeing where people are just going bonkers on him already.
Right. Oh yeah, man. Can you imagine like the pressure of being a 17 years old and like ESPN's like, oh, Archie Manning lost by 40 points in a high school game. Like he's trash. And it's like, you're 17 and like, what do you mean? Like
Yeah,
that's tough.
if he doesn't win the Heisman, he's a bust. It's like, whoa,
Well, hold on, man. Yeah.
Hold up here.
I don't even have my after nines yet. Let's calm the F down here. Like, yeah, I'm with. That's a good take. For me, obviously, there's a lot of baseball guys that played in the Little League World Series, like Cole Bettinger and those type of guys are pretty, it's like, oh shit, like that's pretty dope. We saw them as little kids hitting dingers, and now all of a sudden they're the majors. But the one that stuck out to me, he was a little bit older when he busted. I think he was like 14, 15, was Sid the Kid, Sidney Crosby. He posted like a YouTube video of like a mixtape of him just dicing people up on the ice. And it's like, man, this guy's going to be good. And it turns out when he turns 18, he's the number one pick in the NHL. He's forever linked to Ovechkin and like he's the hope of Pittsburgh in the Penguins. And he still is after all these years, like phenomenal guy. So, Sidney Crosby is my pick. Charlie Woods fits. You gotta mention it, dude. He grew up real quick in a year. He looks totally different. And the Woods and the Dailies are about to do a little classic together, that'd be fun, a little father-son battle. So that's gonna be good coming up here. I think this weekend, or maybe no, it's Christmas. It was probably next weekend. I think that'd be good. All right. Let's move on. I really wish Matt was here. We kind of talked before we came on. He really has one job here. Let's talk soccer. And there's no bigger stage, and there's no bigger game than the World Cup, baby. And Messi brings it home to Argentina. Finally, he gets to lift the golden trophy and just celebrate. And like Argentina, I don't know if you guys saw the parade today. Shit was off the rails. Like Argentina, the whole country came out for this parade. It seems like put the NBA and NFL parades to shame. The team had to get escorted out with helicopter because like the roads were just like closing in and people were closing down. Like intense, crazy scenes going on right now. But obviously Messi just finally getting that World Cup championship. He scores a hat trick in it. Like just wow, phenomenal game final for him. It was a phenomenal game. Argentina and France. Argentina's up 2-0 at half. It's like, oh, it's probably over. France comes back, scores quickly too in the second half. Then it goes to overtime. Both guys have chances. Both teams have chances. Don't get it done. Then we go to penalty shootouts, man. And I love a game that goes to penalty shootouts. It's a phenomenal game. And it really solidified like, man, this is this is dope. Like after all the scandal FIFA's had over the past couple of years, like I think they needed a hero, which is Messi, and I think they needed like this phenomenal championship game, not a blowout of just like grit and like, hey, they're putting their whole heart in the country like on the line here, and I think that's exactly what they got, and it kind of helps FIFA kind of rebound from some of the bad publicity they had. Fitz, I know you watched the World Cup pretty much throughout its entire thing. What's your thoughts on the final and just the whole tournament in general?
I mean, one, just shout out to, is it Mbappe? I always mess up his name.
Mbappe.
Yeah. But just, for him to be, the last World Cup, he was kind of the young, we're just talking about young stars. He was, 17 or something at the time. Everyone knows he's probably going to be really good. And for him to be in the spotlight, you thought they were going to steal it from Messi, especially down at the end. They had a few looks on goal, just get deflected by a keeper or a defender. But I thought that was just a great stage to have Messi, the greatest of all time, arguably. And then, kind of the next guy, the guy who may be surpassing Messi down the line.
Yeah.
And just for anybody who hasn't watched soccer before, we talked at our show just about like U.S. fans of soccer. And as the World Cup, it's approaching in 4 years again, and it'll be in the United States. And we've got a team this year. We had a team this year, so that maybe draws more people. But if this was the first final you actually watched, you didn't even realize you watched the greatest final of all time. and so, yeah, I hope it's a spark, selfishly, I hope it's a spark for the U.S. I hope that this kind of generates more of a soccer culture here. And again, you got to get behind star players like Mbappe. Like maybe you got young kids now, like, oh, I like this guy for France, and what club does he play for, and they're going to start following. So yeah, but overall, just a cool World Cup. Also, yeah, shout out Morocco. A Cinderella story, making a deep run. Really, really fun World Cup. This one was more fun than others, even though it was really absurd in some places. But yeah. And the other thing I thought of was like every 4 years, technology advances. Like we didn't have TikTok in the last World Cup. We didn't have like the Instagram memes that we have. So like, you would watch around and then the memes would just be hilarious, or like the TikTok content. So that's helping it as well, which is just really interesting. And again, in 4 years, I don't even know what platform are we going to have media wise that kind of lifts this. But like you think of like who was it? The guy dancing with the Senegal fans. I think it was the Morocco guy. There's just all these little moments that were kind of captured that I feel like, 4 years ago, I'm sure it was happening, but it just didn't feel as strong as maybe where we are now.
That's a good point. Yeah. I feel like, technology has just really expanded. And like, if you take away all the outside things like Qatar and obviously all the evilness surrounding it and stuff, and you just focus on the games, you focus on like what was inside the stadium was really phenomenal. And I'm excited for 4 years because, North America hosted us, Canada, Mexico, and like technology is going to be advanced. I'm curious to see where that goes. And hopefully we don't have any big scandals going on or anything. And like, man, it's going to be electric and it's going to be awesome to watch there. Tim, any thoughts for you?
Not so much on the game, but like you described the parade where they had to get helicoptered out. I'm trying to like imagine as like a country the unified joy that they brought. Like football is the world sport, right?
Yeah.
They just took home the world trophy. Like, yeah, you could say that about NBA or football, but that's like predominantly, US. This is the world, and they brought it back. I can't imagine being that hype of like people just like you can't even get down the road. Like you have to get choppered out. That is just, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever experience that level of just insanity.
I don't think so either. And like even if like the United States won it, we'd be like, oh, cool. Like I don't think like it doesn't mean as much to us as it does to a lot of these countries,
Right.
and even like all of Central America in total. Like obviously, my wife's family's from El Salvador, and like she had family members just rooting for Messi just because of his legacy and like Argentina putting Central America kind of on the map here, South America, Central America, and like it seemed like all of just the Latino world was just like behind Argentina, and it was like just this amazing, is this cultural thing just to see. I don't. You're right. I don't think we'll ever understand that.
Well, it's something like only European teams and South American teams have won the World Cup, right? So no African teams, no North American, Asian.
Yeah.
It's like it's only, and I don't know how many countries. I feel like it's only like 8 countries ever to represent it. So it's very, or something like that. And so that's, again, there's a hope. Again, you usually see a team make a run like Morocco this year was representing Africa, and everyone's kind of getting behind them. But you do hope that, as global as soccer is, you want to see some more represented teams in there. But I don't know. You get a classic like Argentina, France. I mean, you can't beat, they're 2 decorated countries, but they just put on the greatest World Cup ever. So I don't know. You can't be like too picky about it, but it is cool to see different representation.
No, you're absolutely right. And you're right. 8 countries have won 20, 21, 22 World Cups. Like that's amazing. Like, yeah, only 8 countries have experienced this. So shout out to them. Shout out to Messi. I think it kind of staples his legacy of being this generation's greatest of all time. And obviously you have people like Pele that came before him and stuff. So it's like the Jordan LeBron debate. You can't really say this guy's the GOAT of all time, but like this generation, this era of soccer, football, Messi's your greatest of all time, hands down. No more Ronaldo versus Messi debate. It's only Messi, I feel like.
Yeah, it's more like Wilt Chamberlain versus LeBron, because like Pele's like he's so old that we don't even really have like the visual of what that looks like. Although they just restored some Wilt Chamberlain highlights. Pretty ridiculous. The jump pass was just all in with this guy. Like it's seriously like watch some Wilt Chamberlain highlights, and yeah, because I'm sure the same's with Pele. I mean, I'm sure like if we knew who Pele was, we would be able to say, Messi, he's good, but Pele's a different man. If Pele was in that World Cup, he would have had like 5 goals or something crazy. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, that's a good point. Hey, great World Cup. Can't wait for it to be here in North America. And boys, we got 4 years to save up for it. 4 years to plan for it. We got to go to a game, right? We got to do it.
Sign me up.
Those ticket prices. Oh, God. I can't imagine.
Hey, we're going to have fun, baby. Tim, you're a doctor.
Not a
I was
doctor.
really relying on you, okay?
Not a doctor.
Hey, let's move on to college football here. I don't have any fancy graphics. I'm setting up for our big tournament for Bun Wrestling and stuff. So I had a screenshot and steal from bowlschedule.com here. Schedule coming up. So, yeah. So got some good bowl schedules here leading up to from this week, starting tomorrow night all the way through next Tuesday. And then after this week's of action, we get really into the big games, the New Year's 6 games and that type of stuff. And we'll break those down next week. But let's start with this week's. Wednesday, you get the RL Carriers Bowl in New Orleans, Western Kentucky versus South Alabama. Then we move to Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, Baylor versus Air Force. That's going to be Thursday night. The Radiance Technology Independence Bowl, Louisiana versus Houston, being played Friday night. Also Friday night, we have the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl between Wake Forest and Missouri. And then December 24th, Christmas Eve, we got the East Coast Hawaii Bowl. Let's start with those 5 games first, and that's against Middle Tennessee and San Diego State. My apologies. Let's start there first. We got another section about 4 games here. RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Let's just call our shot here. We're taking the Hilltoppers from Western Kentucky or the Jaguars from South Alabama. And Tim, I know I just stole your thunder against a mascot, so I apologize. That won't happen again.
How dare you?
I know.
I'll take Big Red, Western Kentucky.
Yeah. Don't hate that.
Give me the Jags.
The Jags, USA, USA. I'm gonna take Western Kentucky. I don't know. That program has been just really phenomenal the past couple of years, and I feel like they keep the train rolling here. Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. We got Baylor versus Air Force. Who you taking here, Fitz?
Lockheed Martin Bowl. The hell is Lockheed?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Lockheed too. So that's a good call on your part.
Lockheed. It's in Texas. I would imagine Baylor has more fans there, but what do I know? I'll take Baylor.
It is the Armed Forces Bowl, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's toss up. I'll take Baylor.
Yeah, give me Baylor.
Sick 'em Bears. You know what? It's Armed Forces Bowl. Give me the Falcons. Give me Air Force to win here. We get the Technology Independence Bowl here. Who do we take?
Radiance.
Louisiana or Houston?
Yeah, nothing beats the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl still. But Radiance Technologies. I will take Houston in this one, even though it's in Louisiana. Really close to each other.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on it, but give me Houston as well.
Give me the Raging Cajuns. I got to go Sun Belt here. Give me Louisiana. Give it to him. Give me the chili peppers on the back of the helmet. That was a great helmet sticker. That needs to be brought back. Just the chili peppers. Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. We've got Wake Forest taking on Missouri. That text is really small for me to read. So,
yeah, I know. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
App State East got to pull for Coach Drinkwitz.
Oh yeah,
Missouri.
Ain't no stepping stone here.
RIP to Devin. Let's go Wake the Nation, baby. Wake Forest.
That's exactly right. Dubs up for Devin in the chat, baby. Give me Wake the Nation. We miss you, man. East Coast Hawaii Bowl. Let's get a little tropical. Pro Bowl is not there, but damn it, we got a bowl game. We got Middle Tennessee taking on San Diego State.
I got no idea. Probably a lot of jet lag for Middle Tennessee. I mean, San Diego State too, but you're on the West Coast. So I'll take San Diego State purely because of the jet lag.
Yeah, give me the San Diego State Razorbacks. San Diego State
Pretty close.
Rattlesnakes. San Diego State Aztecs.
There you
Hey,
go.
that baby. The Aztecs, yeah.
Is it the Aztecs?
Yeah. The fact that fits it, yep, pretty close. Straight face. That was amazing. Yeah, give me the Aztecs as well. I think Fitz, I think you're right. The jet lag's going to get to Middle Tennessee. It's Hawaii. It's a bowl game. Christmas Eve. Yeah, give me San Diego State.
Are you doing the luau?
A little roast the pig, baby. I like it. Our next sled of games here, we got the Quick Lane Bowl, New Mexico State versus Bowling Green. That's going to be played in Detroit, home of Tim Fana. Camelo Bowl taking on Georgia Southern and Buffalo. That's going to be Tuesday. Another Tuesday action. Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, Memphis versus Utah State. Ticketmaster Birmingham Bowl, Coastal Carolina versus Eastern Carolina. A little battle of the Carolinas there. And then nightcap for Thursday night action. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Wisconsin versus Oklahoma State.
What?
So let's start with that Quick Lane Bowl. New Mexico State versus Bowling Green in Ford Field. Who do we take?
Ooh. Ford Field. Let's go New Mexico State. Tim, I don't even know if I know their mascot. I should know.
Come on, this is easy.
I think I know it. I think it starts with an L. Although, is that
That's
New
Nevada,
Mexico or is
you're
that
thinking
New Mexico State? They're
All right,
either
Tim,
the Anteaters or the Lobos. I just can't remember.
They're neither.
They're neither?
They're neither.
Nah.
Tim, while he's researching it, who do you take?
Give me Bowling Green, Bowling Greens.
Bowling Green. All right, Bowling Green Falcons.
Oh, they're the
Uh,
Aggies.
The Aggies. Yep. If it was just New Mexico, you would have been right. It would have been the Lobos.
Mm.
Yeah. Give me the Bowling Green Falcons, Tim. I'll sip some of that orange and brown Kool-Aid. That's also got to be the world's worst colors, orange and brown. I know I'm a Bengals fan. The Browns are kind of partial, but like, man, that's just ugly, dude. Anyways, Camilla Bowl, Georgia Southern versus Buffalo. Who do we take here?
Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern.
Lock it in.
Lock
Fail
it
Southern?
in.
Man, you guys are confident there.
Sunbelt don't play.
That's right. Even though you went against the Raging Cajuns earlier.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
screw them.
Put that Mac in the chamber, baby. Give me the Mac action. Give me Buffalo to win. That's can't pull for Georgia Southern. I can't do it. Sir Pro First Responder Bowl. We got Memphis versus Utah State.
Give me the Memphis Tags.
Give me Utah State salt blocks.
That's a good one.
Salt Locks, baby. That's going to change the name from now on.
What are they?
Yeah, give me Memphis. Give me the Tags going on.
That did make me think of there was a player for Virginia basketball, Jack Salt. And every time he'd play, Dick Vitale would be like, "Oh, Mr. Salt, Mr. Sodium Chloride, Mr. Baby." It was like the funniest thing.
By the way, Utah State's the Aggies. Another Aggie in
What the hell?
there. Yeah. Salt. What'd you call them again? Salt Locks?
Salt block.
Salt
You know, the thing you
Locks.
just lick. Yeah, you just lick it.
Yeah. They should change the name. We'll start that petition. Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl. Coastal Carolina versus ECU.
ECU Pirates.
Coastal.
I can't pull for the till. Give me Coastal. The Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Last game we're doing here. We've got Wisconsin, Oklahoma State.
Guaranteed Rate Bowl. It's a mortgage company.
It's being
Give me-
played in Arizona, by the way. Don't
give
know
me
if that
the
affects anything.
Badgers.
Yeah, give me the badges.
Give me the Cowboys. Give me Oklahoma State. All right. That's it for our bowls. We got the big bowl games coming up next week. Listeners, watchers, let us know how we do. I think next year we'll do a bowl pick'em league. Put some money on it. We'll have some fun. We'll let Tim just keep doing his mascot thing. He'll probably end up winning it because that's just Tim's luck. All right. NFL action. Let's start with it. We got all 32 teams in action this week. We've got games Thursday, little Saturday, some Sunday, some Monday action. NFL full swing this week. And I'm excited for it. Let's start with Thursday night action. Boys, this game, phenomenal to start us off with. We got Jags traveling all the way to New York for the Jets. Over on set 39.5. New York, 1 point favorite. You taking the MILF Hunters or touchdown Jesus?
I still think the Jags can win their division. They're one game behind Tennessee. They still get to play Tennessee. I think they're red hot right now. And you got to love what Trevor Lawrence is doing the second half of the season. So I'm going to take the Jags.
I'm going Jets. I mean, it's just because I watched the game, but like their defense, their secondary is pretty stout. I think they're going to give Trevor a hard time. So give me the Jets.
Yeah, man. Fitz, I think you're right, though. I think the division is in reach for them by one game. They have the Titans numbers. They have something to play for. The Jets, they're in last place. They're 7-7. Yes, they can still make a wild card push, but they've got to win out. To me, I don't know. I think there's more desperation on the Jags here. So give me Jacksonville. Saturday action, 1:00. Bengals, Pats, Burrow, Jones. Over on set 41.5. Cincinnati 3.5 point favorite.
Joe Cool, man. The Bengals look good. And I know they were in a hole last week and, very fortunate to have as many turnovers as they did, but they still dominated. And so, yeah, I like the Bengals. They're playing good football at the right time again. It's very similar to last season. So I'll take the Bengals.
Yep. Give me the Bengals.
Very similar to last season. We're one game away 1.5 from the 1 seed here. We need obviously Buffalo to lose, Chiefs to lose, and we just need to keep winning. And then we're feeling pretty good. We had the tiebreakers with the Chiefs, feeling good at 2 seed, maybe take that 1 seed. I got the champagne ready to pop. Shout out to my Aunt Lori here. Houday champagne, baby. This is only getting open when we win a Super Bowl. And damn it, it's being open this year. Because we'll win it. Give me the Bengals, baby. Let's go. We've got a little Bills action taking on the Bears. I had to put the backward C in there just for fits. Over and set 40.5. Buffalo 9-point favorite. Fields, Allen, who do we take?
Man, Fields just continues to scare me. He's been doing well. If the Bears can get a receiving threat, they could be really dangerous. I like this matchup. I wouldn't take the Bills with 9 points there, but I do think the Bills win.
Give me the Bears.
Tim, the amount of hate that you just consistently hold on to is just phenomenal. Week in and week out. I'm here for it.
They're going to win.
Give me Buffalo to win, to put Fields through a table, to do it all. I'm kind of with Fitz, though. I don't know if I trust the 9 points, but I do trust the over here. Fields, it's hard to contain him. It's hard to stop that offense. Buffalo's offense is obviously a cheat code as well. I think we could easily see 47, 48 points here. So give me the over. Give me Buffalo. Talk a little Browns. Saints action. Over at 32. Cleveland, 2.5-point favorite. Both teams need to win. They need to win now. What do we think?
Taysom Hill's face looks photoshopped in that picture for some reason. I'll take the Browns. No, I won't. I'll take the Saints. This one's really tough because both teams are kind of in that, like, they really are out of the playoffs, but they're not quite out. But I think the Saints could still win the division. So that just gives them a little bit of an edge, I think. So I think the Saints win.
Yeah, they're only like a game back in that division.
Yeah, I'm going Saints too. They, like you guys have pointed out before with the Jags, Saints just seem to have a little more house money, I guess. They're going to have a little more under the belt. So,
yeah, I think you're right. I think the Browns still trying to figure out, did we do the right thing with Deshaun Watson or not? And there's still just a gray cloud of the organization. Hill, though, I think he's your quarterback. I love the red rifle. I know Tim loves Winston, but Hill's the dude, I feel like, at this point. Like, if you don't give it to him, if I'm Hill, I'm walking because I need somewhere that values me. I don't know. After wait till last week, I'm impressed. Titans, Texans, over at 37. Tennessee 5-point favorites, even though the Texans took the Chiefs to overtime and about got it done.
Yeah, Texans could be that team that just gets a few pieces in the offseason and they end up having a way better season next year. They're not one of the better teams with one win. I'm banking on the Titans to blow this division. I don't know if they do it against the Texans, but you know what? I'll call it. I think the Texans win this one.
wow, that's quite the call. The only reason I say that, I'm a Detroit Lions fan. Okay, I know bad teams. I've seen this before with my team where we'll take a person or a team to overtime and be like, oh, next year's our year. That's the Texans. Next year's not your year, man. Sorry. A lifetime. You got to go lifetime. All right, I'm 30 years into this. Give me the Titans.
Yeah, Tim, you're preaching to the choir here, brother. You get 30 years of just shit, and Texans aren't even 30 years of age right now, man. Yeah, give me Tennessee. I'm with you. They're going to blow this division. The Jags are going to somehow end up winning this division, and but it's not this week. Jags, they'll find another way to blow this. Give me Tennessee. But I do think the Texans. I don't know. There's potential there, like we said about Detroit for a long time. Chiefs Seahawks over us at 48.5. Kansas City 9-point favorite.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs. Seahawks have been on a dud run, and
It's been rough.
I don't know. I think they needed to not have the Texans make it a close call last week. That I think the Chiefs are going to be a little sharper this week. Yeah, I'd hammer that 9 points.
Bam.
Yeah, I need the Chiefs to win. So give me Kansas City.
I don't need the Chiefs to win. I need them to
Yeah,
lose.
I need the Chiefs to win. I didn't even think of that. Tim and I are in
Man.
the same boat with all
Yeah.
these picks.
But you're right. Like my heart says Chiefs want to lose. Give me the Hawks, right? But the mind logic, Seahawks have been a dud. You guys said it. Their only win was against the Raiders in overtime. I'm pretty sure. Like in the past 4 or 5 weeks, it's been no. They lost to them. Sorry, it was against the Rams, 27-23. That was back in December 4th. It's been their only win since November 6th. Like it's Seahawks look rough. Give me the Chiefs. Got a good little matchup here. Giants, Vikings, over us at 48.5. Minnesota 3.5-point favorite. Man, coming back from 33-0 to find a way to win. Primetime Kirk Cousins, 1 o'clock Kirk Cousins. There's a difference. I don't know how good, but there is a difference between them. Who do we take here?
I actually like the Giants in this one. I think the Giants defense they've been slept on all year. Every week when it's like, oh, they're not favored. I think we've been sleeping on the Giants defense. I think Saquon could give Vikings defense some problems. I'm wondering what happens when the Vikings make a comeback. That if the Giants have like a 10-point lead, can Daniel Jones do what's needed to close out a game? And I think that worries me. But I'll take the Giants, assuming that Daniel Jones. I'm back on the freaking train, but we'll see.
Man, I don't know. The Vikings, they just seem like, without taking into account this comeback, like, I think they can outshoot. Well, they can shoot the scoreboard with the best of them. I think their offensive prowess when Kirk's on and he can find Jefferson, Thielen, if he gets it to Cook, like they're scary. So I'm going Minnesota on this one.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good point. Minnesota, they've locked up their playoff. They're in. Now they're sitting at the 2 seed, 1 game above San Francisco, 2 games behind Philly. And then you look at the NFC least, or at least that's what we used to call them. Now it's the NFC beast, maybe. All 4 teams are in the playoffs right now. They're all locked in, which is wild to say. Both teams have a lot to play for here. Giants obviously being like number 6 right now. I don't think they catch Dallas. There's no way they do. Vikings have more to play for because they're trying to chase that 2 or 1 seed. Give me Minnesota. Put that hard hat on. Let's get to work. Lions, Panthers, over on set 44. Detroit, 3-point favorite on the road. Who do we take?
Oh man, and Panthers should have beat the Steelers last week, and they just looked awful. So Panthers are a game back from Tampa. I don't know if they can beat your Lions, Tim. It's going to be really close. I want to pick – this is my heart pick. I want to pick the Panthers, but I think the Lions – I think they handle this. I think they're just a better team.
Yeah, I was scared for a long time with this whole, like, getting national recognition for the line. I mean, it's not something I'm used to, so I'm kind of walking on eggshells.
Tim, you ready to give up like a month ago?
Yeah, that has been the lowest. That has been the lowest I've ever been. I was like, because I put my heart in Dan Campbell, and I was like, I wanted this to succeed so bad, and I just got to stick with Dan Campbell saying, we're going to tread water longer than you, and then we're going to bury you. All right. I think this is going to be one of the grittiest matches we've had, but I think James Houston, Aiden Hutchinson is going to just annihilate Sam Darnold. Give me the Lions.
Let's rewind the clock. What, a month ago, boys? We're eating pizza, having a couple cold ones. We had a little intervention with Tim because he was ready to jump off a bridge
I was close,
with
man.
Lion Kingdom.
Forgot about that.
And we're like, no, man, hold on.
Write it out.
Write it out. Now you get national attention. And it's weird, Tim. It's absolutely crazy because, like, for 30 years, we ain't getting no attention. All of a sudden, you want to give it to us? Like, it's wild. Dave Campbell ain't buying the hype, though. You're 7-7. You ain't done shit yet.
That's
5
right.
toes, half an ass cheek, don't matter. We're going to fight him anywhere because we put a hard hat on. We go to work because we're fucking Ford tough, baby. Give me the Detroit Lions to win big.
Dude, just print off a lion logo and like it's
Not until they make the playoffs, baby.
Let's go.
All right.
Man, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
At the beginning of the year in preseason, I was so close to buying tickets to this game. I was like,
after Hard Knocks.
yeah, I was like, well, this was
Drinking the
even
Kool-Aid.
before when I was looking at the schedule. I was like, oh, they're in Carolina Christmas Eve. Let me do this. And then we were 1-6, and I was like, I'm so glad I didn't buy those tickets. Flip it. I is so pissed that I didn't buy those tickets. I would have loved to be at this game. It's a roller
Tim.
coaster.
What are you doing Christmas Eve?
Dinner with the in-laws.
No. What are you doing Christmas Eve?
Dinner
Tickets are
with the in-laws.
$31.
Yeah, for nosebleeds, probably.
Hey, we're in there, baby. You let me know. You need a doctor's note? I got you. I'll write you a note. All right, we'll be there. Queen City, here we come.
Oh,
Man.
gosh.
Yeah, what a game. I'm excited for it. Let's move on. We've got Falcons, Ravens, Battle of the Dirty Birds. Ritter, Hutley. I can never say his name right. Over is at 37.5. Baltimore 7.5 point favorite. Lamar still out, I believe. So it's still a QB2 show. Who do we take?
I'll take the Ravens.
I don't know. Dadgummit. Give me the Falcons.
Man, Falcons are, they're gritty. They're grimy. I like the way they're doing. That division's still wide open. We've talked about it 1,000 times here. Obviously, the AFC still wide open. Now, thankfully, we have the division lead right now, but that can all change. Baltimore's 9-5. They're a game behind us pretty much. Desmond Ritter, he didn't look good. 50% completion, not even 100 yards thrown last week. It was rough for Desmond. And usually QBs have a really good week one because no one has film on them, and then they kind of slow off. They don't usually start off as bad as Desmond here, and that kind of worries me. Give me the Ravens to win, but give me Atlanta to cover. How about that? I'll appease my betting self. We got Heineke taking on Brock Purdy and the 49ers. Over at 39.5. San Francisco 7-point favorite. Levi Stadium's the site. Who do you take?
Tim and I need the Niners. Need it. Commanders got to drop 2 in the next 3. So let's go Niners.
Yep. Give me Niners.
San Francisco's clinched. They're in. Now, much like Minnesota, they're trying to battle for the best position possible. They're at 3, game back from 2, 2 games back from 1. Something's got to happen. Brock has looked phenomenal. I don't know if you guys know his story. Anybody know where he was drafted at?
He was Mr.
Mr.
What's it
Irrelevant.
called? Mr. Irrelevant.
Last pick.
I almost said Mr. Unlimited. But that's Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Mr. Irrelevant has turned to Mr. Relevant, and he's put on a show. I don't know if you've heard the way like George Kittle and some of the other 49ers have talked about him, but like when he came in, they're like, yeah, we're not worried. This guy has had a certain swagger and confidence to him from training camp on, and like we believe in Brock, and he has put the team on his back. Heineke's tough though, man. The December Heineke is a different type of Heineke. Man, this is a pickle for me. I know you guys want 49ers to win. I think they do win. Yeah, give me San Francisco.
What's funny, I saw a highlight they were showing in the AFC that all the quarterbacks that would be in the playoffs right now, they're all like first round picks. They're top picks of the draft. The NFC, you got guys like Brock Purdy and Taylor Heineke and Tom Brady. And like it's like all over or Jalen Hurts. You've got guys that have been overlooked or slept on. And it's just very interesting the difference between the AFC and NFC. But this is a matchup between two quarterbacks that I think should be the starter. That I think have they've kind of earned their job. It's an interesting matchup. Going for the Niners though.
That's a good take. I like that comparison there. I like it. All right. Battle of NFC beast here. NFC East. Niners, Cowboys. Sorry, not Niners. Eagles, Cowboys. Overs at 46. Dallas 5-point favorites. And it's in Jerry's world here.
Oh, God.
This division technically still up in the air. Philly can still lose this division, but they've clinched 13-1. Life's good for them. What do we say?
Dallas is favored. That's interesting. Philly has been the kings of covering the spread. So this might have to be a parlay pick just to take the Eagles to win. I know that they won the first matchup, and that's probably why they're going, these two teams are going to split. But the Eagles have just been so dominant this year. I think it's a close one, but I do think the Eagles, I think they take this one and they're riding high. So I'll take the Eagles.
You guys saw it last week. We called it. It was time. The downfall, the implosion of the Cowboys is among us. They lost to the Jags. It's just they're going down the toilet bowl. Eagles are going to just plunge them down. Just get down there. Just go. Give me Eagles.
Yeah. Philly clinches the division title with a win. They win the division outright. They clinch home field advantage if they win as well. So there's a lot playing for. Dallas has already clinched the playoffs. There's more on the plate for Philly. They're playing with more money here. Give me Eagles to win. I'm with you. Fly, Eagle, fly, baby.
I'm calling dibs. That's my parlay pick.
I like it. Even though we all swept on it, I still like it. Raiders, Steelers, blue collar matchup. Over at 39.5. Pittsburgh 3-point favorite. Pickett, Carr. Who do you take?
Both coming off some dog shit wins, but I don't know how either of these teams pulled it out last week. This one's tough. I'm waiting for the Steelers to get Najee Harris running, and I think I saw it a little bit with the Panthers, but I actually take the Raiders in this one.
Yeah. I mean, I just give me the Raiders. The rise of the Phoenix is real.
It's over.
I don't know where Chandler Jones falls into this as far as the Harry Potter lore, but is he Hagrid? Who is he?
I think he's Neville.
Whoever stiff arms someone to death, like that's who he is, because he just put him stiff arming Mac Jones is hilarious. I watched it on repeat for 30 cycles. Just bah, bah.
Dude,
I like Neville. Yeah, he's Neville pulling out the sort of Gryffindor.
Yeah,
at the end and taking down the snake. Yeah, that's
yep.
Yeah.
Yo, Bill Belichick was fucking pissed at that game. Like, people were fired, cussed out in words that they didn't even know were cussing at him. But Belichick was throwing it at him. Like, why did you let like backyard football lateral when it's a tied ball game? That's so on Bill Belichick. We meant to talk about that Patriots game, but man, Raiders pulled out their ass. Pittsburgh pulled out their ass last week as well. Give me Derek Carr. Harry Potter lives. All right.
Oh, man.
Speaking of some
That
magic,
score, by the way, the score by John Williams in Chamber of
Mm.
Secrets, when it's like the Phoenix part,
Mhm.
I have that on my work playlist. Like that is
that's a
just
good one.
it's a
That's a
beautiful,
good call.
beautiful ensemble.
I love it.
John Williams, the GOAT.
All right. Yeah, dude. Speaking of, all right. Anyways, we're
Yeah,
gonna
that was
we'll
the
turn it
biggest
into a movie
mistake they
podcast.
made. They only let him do 3 movies.
That's wild.
They should have signed him for a fat contract to do all 8.
That's wild. All right. Anyways, we need some magic here. Well, really, Fitz needs some magic. Packers traveling down to Miami, 49.5 state winner. Miami 4-point favorite. Tua, Rodgers. What do you say, Fitz?
I'm hopeful. I really am. We had an ugly win against the Rams, but it's the first time we've had back-to-back wins since going to London, I think, or losing to the Jets, somewhere in there. But man, when you look at those quarterbacks in the NFC, you feel like this is the team, this is the guy no one wants to see get in the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers. And
Unless
in
you're
the
San
3
Francisco.
games they've got left, what I'm hoping for, Tim, is I'm hoping week 18, it's Packers Lions, winner gets in. Just straight up. And I'd be okay. Hey, if we lose to the Lions, y'all can take our toes off and go. Take our kneecaps off and y'all run with it. And I'll say, hey, y'all deserve it. But I'd like to see both of us have that chance. 2 teams to have kind of a dud run at the beginning of the season and just kind of put it together, start winning games, and then just have a chance to get in. That's all. That's all I want. That's my Christmas wish. Just a chance to get in.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm so hard for that scenario right now.
I would love it too. I mean, I equate it to like Michigan and Ohio State playing at the end of the regular season where it's like it's going to come down to that game. I would love for us both to make runs, but I'm not as nice as you, Evan. If it comes down to it, I want to get in the playoffs, man. I need this.
Yeah. And most likely we're going to lose. Like we probably will lose this game, if I'm being honest. But it's on Christmas. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but this
Christmas
is our last
miracle.
It's our last away game of the season. Aaron Jones was almost a Dolphin. And you almost feel like he wants to be a Packer. And I feel like Jones is gonna have a big game. I think we need him, especially with Dylan on concussion protocol now. I don't know how limited he'll be. And the one bright spot is Packers rookies are looking good. Quay Walker looks like he could be that guy. We got a special teamer in Nixon who's playing well. I'm hopeful. We just got to put it all together, and no better time than the holiday season. So go Pack, go! I'm picking them.
I'm with you, Fitz. I'm feeling the holiday miracle. Give me the Packers.
It's a Christmas miracle. Every time a bell rings, Roger gets the ring. Give me Packers. Packers win here, baby. Let's go. 2 teams officially eliminated from the playoffs this week. One being a former Super Bowl champion, the reigning Super Bowl champion, the Rams, hosting the Broncos. Over under set 36.5. Denver 2.5-point favorite. Who do you take here?
Shows you how key offensive line is in the league. It's been the Rams' problem all year. I don't know if Russell is back, but Baker. Yeah, you feel like Baker's got some magic going. That even though the Rams are out of it, they're preparing for Baker Mayfield the best they can. So actually, I'll take the Rams in this one.
I'm gonna go Denver, strictly for their defense. I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game, but I think they're gonna give Baker run for his money. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, this is tough, man. This might be the game I don't give a shit about. And that's wild to say because they're coming off a Super Bowl and they beat my Bengals, right? It's weird. But Fitz, you're absolutely right. Andrew Whitworth retires. They lose the other piece of that O-line. And the Rams they're nowhere close to the same team they were. O-line is so hugely important. Tim, you played center. I played center. We understand, like, O-line is the heartbeat of an offense. And if you don't have a good O-line, you're dead. You're done. Going through a table.
I played
Denver's
center.
defense looks stout. Give me Denver to win. Jay Virts to score 2 tutties. All right. Tampa. Cards. Over and set 41. Tampa Bay 6.5-point favorite. Brady. Colt McCoy still kicking, baby. Horns up.
Jeez. It's got to be Tampa. They have to.
Yeah, this is my game that I don't give a shit about. Could truly care less about this game.
Brady.
I mean, I guess give me the Bucks, but God, they stink too. So,
Man, I was enjoying that Cold Mountain right there before I tasted the shitty game in my mouth. Dude, Tom Brady might be washed, man. Like, I don't know. We were down 17-0. And I'm like, all right, it's Brady. It's over. Like, we'll make it interesting, but it's over. And then he proceeds to turn the ball over 4 times. Like, this is just insane to me. Brady just he should have retired last year. I hate to say it. I love Tom Brady. But I think this is like the Brett Favre scenario where your mind says I can keep going, but your body's like, no, you can't, dude. And I think we're seeing it catch up. Father Time has caught up to Brady. Colt McCoy, he's gritty, he's grimy, but the Cards are already eliminated. Tampa Bay defense will carry him. Give me Buccaneers to win. It was a whirlwind of emotion. I apologize. I put you guys through that there. Monday Night Action, baby. Chargers, Colts, LA 4-point favorite. 46.5 is the over-under. Maybe Colts get a 34-point lead and they hold on to it. Maybe. I don't know.
No, it's going to be Chargers.
yeah, the Colts all year. The Colts have been just like literally the wild card. You just don't know with them. So give me the Chargers.
Man, Chargers sitting the 6th seed right now. Colts are 1 loss away from being eliminated from the playoffs. Both teams have something to fight for, but the real winner of this whole thing is ESPN because they get Jeff Saturday back as a commentator and a color analyst. Because there's definitely no way in hell he keeps a job after blowing a 33-point lead. No fucking way. Give me Air Bear and the Chargers to win. And that's it for our games, guys. Great picks, great selection. Let's do a pub parlay. We'll do a random question, and then we'll get out of here. Let's cue that Money in the Bank. All right, boys, we were like 2 games away from hitting last week. Kind of a disappointment because we were coming off 2 weeks in a row of just banging money, banging bags together. This week, let's put it together. Let's get it down. What do we say?
Philly.
Eagles.
Give me the Eagles upsetting, ? The Dallas Cowboys.
I like that. The people what they want.
I mean, that's just free money. Like, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
You're going to make the Eagles the underdog?
Yeah, I'm gonna take. Give me. Wait, can I do a Friday game, Friday match for hockey?
Yeah.
If we're doing
let's do it,
Sunday.
man.
Okay. I'm gonna take the Hurricanes over the Flyers on Friday evening.
Is that an PNC?
It is. It should be another freebie. So should be a good
Tim,
one.
what are you doing Friday, man?
Probably
Sorry.
wrapping Christmas presents.
Trying to watch our parlay come to life there.
Es posible.
You talked to the boss lady. We need to go watch a Canes game.
We do.
Fitz,
we really
come
do.
on, man. We got plenty of room.
Be down.
I'll see your Friday action. I'm gonna raise you. Give me the Raging Cajuns to
Ooh.
upset Houston
Oh,
in the Radiance Technology Independence Bowl.
Mm.
Taking all underdogs here. Actually, I don't know if the Canes are.
no,
underdogs
they're
so
not
far as we know.
underdog.
Okay. So that's our one safe bet. So that's probably the one that's going to miss, but that's okay. I'm kidding. All right. Hey, it's going to be great action. Great money right there. We're back to our winning ways. I love it. Random question. I got one in the back of the mind. Unless you guys come to the table prepared.
I never come prepared.
Same.
All right. You get 3 Christmas movies. That's it. You get to watch for the whole month of December. What's your 3 movies you're watching? Spoiler alert. I have a hot take in there. Just saying.
Well, you're gonna say Die Hard?
Dude,
I wasn't going to say Die Hard. Die Hard's a great one.
how you
It's
gonna take
clearly a Christmas movie. There's no hot take.
I
with
don't
that.
think it's a Christmas movie.
I don't think you're a Christmas movie.
Yeah. 3.
3 Christmas movies. Christmas movies kind of suck. Like, I'll be honest.
No, that's a hot take.
Like, they're not good.
Claudia, you close your ears right now, babe.
I just watched. We had on the Rudolph from 1964, the claymation.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, what are these movies?
That's definitely just like a nostalgia movie. Like, we're going to throw it on just for nostalgia view.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, Claudia didn't know The Grinch was it was a remake with Jim Carrey.
No,
She
stop.
didn't know the original. And so we watched it with my grandparents one time, and she was like, why was it only like 25 minutes long? I was like, that's how it was, babe. She's like, what? Her mind was
Oh my
blown.
gosh, that's actually good too.
Yeah. The Grinch has to be on there for me, I think.
The Jim Carrey one?
Honestly, either. I mean, I really like the Jim Carrey one, but I'll take any Grinch I can get.
Okay.
Man.
I've got 2. I'm trying to think of my third. I think I got. All right, I got my 3. First one, Catch Me If You Can. If Die Hard's a Christmas movie, then Catch Me If You Can is. Because every time he's like, well, how is it? We're always talking on Christmas, Frank, or whatever. Carl. He talks to Carl on Christmas, not Frank. Frank's talking to Carl. That's gonna be my number 1. Love Actually. If Matt were here, it's all the British A-listers. It's basically Pulp Fiction for chicks. But love that movie, especially all the Colin Firth scenes. I could just rewatch all the Colin Firth parts of that movie and be fine. My third one is actually Charlie Brown Christmas. I had to have like an animated, like a classic one.
Ooh.
I've always been a fan of the Charlie Brown, so those are my 3.
I like your animated pick.
Hmm.
That's a good one.
What about, how does Elf rank on y'all's list here? Is Elf on the list? Is it not on
If
the
I was going to
list?
stretch my list to 5, maybe 7, yeah.
See, I didn't like Elf that much, if I'm being honest.
I just love Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
What about Tim Allen Santa Claus?
It's okay.
That's the undisputed number 1 pick for me.
All these movies are just okay for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd even go like Christmas Story, but even then, it's like I don't go out of my way to watch it. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. It's hard to come up with 3. I know Grinch is on there. I just can't really come up with other 2 that I'd like.
Sleeper Pig.
Tim with
Muppet,
1 and then a lot of honorable mentions.
Do a
Yeah.
Muppet Christmas Carol. That's
Yeah,
the
there you go.
move. That's a classic.
So Tim, you kind of alluded to it. I'm going to go Santa Claus Tim Allen, the OG. I do not recommend the series on Disney. That was fucking awful. I started it, so I had to finish it. I'm one of those people, but I just couldn't watch it. It was bad. But give me the OG Santa Claus, Tim Allen. Love it. Phenomenal. Popo Brigio.
That's like when they go to Denny's.
Oh, yeah. We're
It's
all
like,
out.
I'll have chocolate milk. We're out. Plain milk's fine.
Fine.
He's
Yeah.
like, he's like so distraught. So bad.
Yeah, so give me Santa Claus OG. Man.
What about like Home Alone?
I love Home Alone. If there's a top 4, that's my 4th pick. And maybe even Home Alone 2. Like I package them. It's a double feature.
Well, what's your third pick? Because we have your fourth and your fifth.
Yeah. So my second pick. So we got Home Alone, or sorry, we got Santa Claus, Tim Allen. My second pick, Christmas Vacation, Shitter's Fool. That's always it's a staple. What I watch every time I put up the Christmas tree. And I'm sure Claudia's gonna get sick of it one day, but I'm never gonna stop watching it when we put up the tree. And then my third one, so that's kind of the hot pick. I'm gonna go Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, come on.
Big Halloween guy. You combine Halloween and Christmas. It's clay. It's like the stop motion and like just the amount of hours and work Tim Burton put into it. It's phenomenal. It blows my mind every year.
That movie's trash.
You're trash, Fitz.
My nephew loves. Is it Spooky? Is that the little ghost dog? What's the ghost dog?
Yeah.
Oh, Zero.
Zero. My nephew goes ape shit over Zero, and I get him like a Zero plushie every year. He just loves it.
Look,
Oh
See?
man.
movie for all ages. All gifts are there.
Yeah.
All right, Tim will think of his top choices. He'll have us by New Year's. I'm sure by 2023 he'll have his picks.
Okay. I'll go Grinch, Home Alone, and Die Hard.
All right, that's a solid pick. Alternate universe. Those are my 3 picks.
Lady and the Tramp is also a Christmas movie.
All right, hold on. That's a stretch. Wait a fucking minute.
Yeah.
No, because they get her
Yeah,
on
we're
Christmas. It begins and ends with Christmas.
Oh my lord. All right, that's gonna do it for the show. Amazing episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Listeners, watchers, please feel free to share. Tell a friend about Post Sports. Let's grow this thing. Guys, I think we're like the 14,000 listens. Like this is pretty awesome. The journey started by us 2 years ago, and this is awesome. Share some goodwill, share some good spirit to people, and we'll see you guys before 2023.
Bye.
Merry Christmas to all. And to all, good night.
Okay,
You
my
had
friend.
one this time, Fitz. Proud
Talk
of
to
you.
the next life.
Oh my
I
gosh.
pull them
We
out
would-
of my butt.
We would
every
be the
time.
bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. 10 seconds. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
We gotta get the countdown.
Has
now.
to be.
I mean,
Has to be.
has to be.
That was a journey.
Man, I'm gonna get real theological on y'all. I think we're all a little soft and
soft.
misunderstood. I'll just be real honest.
We need more sound bites.
All right, I'm debating getting a haircut. I know I don't have any.
Fitz.
It's
Oh
very
my
short
gosh,
right now.
homie. I thought you were
Do I
growing
need
it
to-
out.
I know, and I'm like debating.